Hey there, got the goat in your Bazi chart. Whether it's in your year, month, day, or hour, my friend, at the risk of sounding like a snake oil peddler, 2026 looks pretty damn good for you, okay? No cap. Now, you're probably itching to dive in, right? But quick intro first, okay? Nice to meet you. I'm Pauline Cheng. Thank you for dropping by. Okay, I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner. I use this art to empower, not to disempower. And full disclosure, I think in bullet points. You have been warned. Okay, so let's kick off with a quick recap of the goat in 2025. 2025 for the goat, honestly, yeah, I know, pretty meh. Okay, like the universe literally went and dumped all the negative stars into your sector. But hey, you made it through. So let's give ourselves a pat on the back. Say good job, okay? Because feng shui lun lao jun, okay? Feng shui always changes. Bad doesn't last forever, okay? And 2026 is bringing a fresh wave of energy, a fresh wave of good stuff for you. Before we dive in though, okay, I just want to make a quick disclaimer, okay? The way I present the stars, in order to empower you, is I would tend to explain both the positive and the negative aspects of the star, okay? Because most stars, they're not all good or they're not all bad, okay? So I'll give you both sides of the coin in this particular video. Now, the main star of the year, of course, oops, I always never know where to turn. Okay, main star of the year, Grand Duke combination. Okay, this is traditionally interpreted as wealth opportunities through partnerships. Now, this star brings connection or proximity to authority, and it works by increasing your visibility and ability to generate support from the establishment. In today's parlance, this is quick and simple. This is opportunity to partner up with an industry leader because the Grand Duke is the leader, okay, and you're combining with it. Okay, so the Grand Duke combination is about growth through collaboration, leveraging influence, connections, and other people's resources. So think of it like this. After a rough 2025, 2026 is your moment to reconnect, rebuild, and form meaningful partnerships. It's bringing you a lot of contacts, opportunity to cooperate and leverage on other people. Okay, all aimed, of course, at helping you to first create stability or even better, growth. Okay, but since collapse are the name of the game, okay, the question is, are you worthy to work with these leaders? Are you ready for that level of collaborations? Which then begs the question, what could be standing in your way? Enter the Cascading Cloud. Traditionally, this star is tied to grudges, resentment, and revenge. Not the fun kind, okay? Now remember the messy people drama in 2025? Some of that may still be lingering. Maybe you piss someone off, intentionally or not, and that unresolved tension could be blocking your shot at collaboration. If that is the case, now is the time to clean up the leftovers. Start by identifying who might be holding a grudge, okay, if you can, and if you can, fix it. Okay? And on top of that, show the world, show them that you are now trustworthy. Rebuild your track record. Now, this star isn't just about other people. It can also reflect our own mindset. Maybe we're still stuck in 2025's fog, the anger, the confusion, the fear. Okay? Don't carry these emotional residue into a new year. Okay? Now let's talk about what could possibly happen if the fog continues. This is the fog. Okay? Now, if you're still operating under the weight of 2025's negativity, almost fell, okay, negativity, then Cascading Cloud will likely trigger the bad chi, okay? It's a minor star, but not to be underestimated. Bad chi shows up as fatigue, low energy, pessimism, anxiety, and a general meh about life. Okay, the danger here is the stories that we tell ourselves. If the mental soundtrack is all gloom, Well, it's time to change the channel. Okay, that said, there is a flip side. The bad chi can be your body's early warning signal of asking for true rest. Not just sleep or binge watching, okay? I mean intentional, soul-restoring rest. Taking a break with the intention to reflect and reset your energy. But more pertinently, the sky emptiness. This is the track record star. If this star had a tagline, it'd be talk big, deliver small, okay? It's a classic 大隻講. This star hits your reputation, okay? And it hits hard in two possible ways. One, you've set high expectations but have not followed through. Maybe you overpromise under pressure, and then now trust is a bit shaky, and this blocks access to the Grand Duke's opportunities. Number two, someone you upset, okay, could now be giving you false yeses. Sure, I'll help, they say. But maybe they're just brushing you off, okay? Regardless whether it's your fault or theirs, the message is clear. In 2026, your track record matters, okay? But that's where things get interesting. Because sky emptiness can actually be a useful star of grand ideas, big dreams, okay? Ideation, visionary planning. All this, we all need some of these what-if moments. What if I can do this? Okay? It's great for brainstorming, future planning, seeing the big picture. The key is this, okay? We cannot stop here. We need to dream big, but we need to execute even bigger. That's how we flip this star, okay, in your favor. So what happens when you start showing up, delivering, cleaning up your track record? That is when the magic kicks in. Now, here comes the one star that can slice through all this fog, okay? All this. Now picture this. You're lost in a haze, and then bam, the sun breaks through. Suddenly you can see again. Okay, that's what this star does. It cuts through confusion and brings clarity. So the sun is the strongest nobleman star in the system, period. Okay, it brings you noble people. It pairs very well with your Grand Duke combo. Okay, so real people, people who genuinely want to help. But how do you activate it? Simple. Be the nobleman first. Instead of waiting for help, offer help. Figure out what others need. Give. Show up. Add value. Okay? Support without expecting immediate returns. Because when you lead with value, you are tapping into the law of reciprocity. Okay? So it's human. It's hardwired into all of us. When you help someone, very likely they want to help you back. But heads up. Okay, this give-first approach comes with a warning. Okay, givers' burnout is real. So be generous, sure, but don't drain yourself dry. Okay, so now comes the second star that can break through the cascading cloud. This is the climbing saddle. Okay, the names are, or some plotters call it pulling saddle. Name says it all. Someone mounting a saddle, going somewhere. Obviously, that's what this star is all about: mobility, action, and growth. Traditional meaning: changes that bring fame, new responsibilities, and career elevation. But here's the catch. Okay, this only works if you're willing to step out of your comfort zone. And for some people, that could be a challenge, because we tend to confuse comfort with safety, but they're not the same. Okay, so the bottom line for the GOAT in 2026 is you get to tap into other people's resources. You get to form this one. You get to form powerful partnerships. Okay, noble support is available, but be the noble person first. Be open to new horizons. So, which leads to the question: what's the payoff? Payoff is the golden carriage. Okay, reward for all this effort, golden carriage. Traditionally, this star represents wealth and increased earnings, especially from meaningful, high-value relationships. Okay, think Golden Carriage, I think, are people bringing you opportunities, okay? Money is part of it, but let's broaden the idea, okay? Wealth doesn't just mean cash in the bank. Of course, it's good when it does, okay? Can also be better relationships, higher quality clients, deeper joy. Living well is also wealth, okay? And guess what? All of this ties back to your reputation and track record. When people know you deliver value, when they see you stepping up, okay, they bring opportunities to you. That's how we earn the Golden Carriage. Now, quick note, this flow that I am sharing is just one possible interpretation of the stars, okay? For some of you, the sequence might hit differently, okay? You might encounter the sun first, or start the year with the Cascading Cloud, maybe, okay? It's all valid. These stars are very dynamic. The point is to recognize the pattern and use it wisely, okay? Now, let's zoom out for a minute. I know I'm blocking my screen, okay? Now, let's zoom out for a minute, okay? Across all of these stars we've talked about, the one thread that binds them together is reputation. The Grand Duke rewards those with a proven track record. The Cascading Cloud poisons your reputation through grudges, resentment, behind-the-scenes drama. The Sky Emptiness weakens credibility because talk big, deliver small. The Golden Carriage brings wealth only if your reputation proves you are worth investing in. The climbing saddle challenges your image by throwing you into unfamiliar terrain. How you show up will matter. And the sun rescues your name, but only if you start offering value first. So if we were to boil down the GOAT's 2026 message into one sentence, it would be this: your reputation is your currency in 2026. Guard it, grow it, trade it wisely. How do you do that? I got an invitation for you. Okay, all those stars I talked about, they don't just sit there waiting to happen, right? They activate through human action, okay? So that's the core philosophy behind our annual webinar, Hack My 2026. It's a joint online workshop between myself, Jonathan Lee of Renachi, and Charmaine Ho. It runs for 3 days, a fire hose of information that is business or careers centered, okay? And yes, replays are available. Okay, so if you're interested, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Now, next, let's look at what the GOAT means for you depending on where it shows up in your chart. Let's start with the GOAT in the year pillar. Now, 2026 is setting you up for strategic partnerships, okay, with bigger players in the industry or in the market. Here's the catch. Whether that opportunity sticks depends, again, we're back to the topic of your reputation. That means your track record, your credibility, your consistency, all of it is going to matter in 2026. So with the sun star in your year pillar, this is your year to build social capital. Relationships that are win-win based on real value, not just vibes, okay? And just don't fall for the Sky Emptiness trap. It's easy to sell big visions, but if you don't follow through, you may trigger the Cascading Cloud, okay, which is not fun. Okay, with the sun in play, also, sun is visibility, right? Cannot hide behind the curtain, hello. Okay, you attract noblemen when you are being seen, so be on the radar because you never know who is watching and who is willing to help. Got the GOAT in your month? That's for you July-born people. Okay, let's start with the career professionals first. 2026 wants you to level up, to take on new responsibilities, reposition yourself, or realign with your organization's current goal. That's how we access the Grand Duke combination. But be warned, with Cascading Cloud here, okay, you may have some internal politics left over from 2025. Someone at work might be holding a grudge or passive-aggressive, uncooperative, throwing shade. Okay, so if you can make peace and clear the air, by all means, please do so. Alternatively, we can use the climbing saddle to network your way maybe into a different role, whether it's internally or externally. Now, in a business context, this star can attract powerful partners or investors. They don't just bring money, they bring access to other resources, to networks, to strategies, infrastructure, marketing or advertising resources, basically the types who open doors to new possibilities. So example, okay, maybe you attract an investor, but this person isn't just throwing cash at you, although you'd be nice, okay? They're bringing in a team, maybe they bring in a roadmap, okay? Maybe they bring in something that you can leverage on to scale across markets. So this isn't just a pivot, okay? It's a transformation, but only if you're ready to ride. Okay, now, next up, day pillar. This governs your physical body and your closest relationship. We start with health first, okay? Bad chi basically shows up as burnout, mental, emotional, or physical, okay? So rest is no longer optional, okay? Has to be intentional, okay? You scroll your phone for 2 hours, it ain't gonna cut it, okay? So now, relationship. Here's the classical 八字 lens, because the goat is in your chart. So from your perspective, the goat stars suggest that your partner is facing major career or business opportunities in 2026. So they themselves might not see it yet, especially if they're stuck in their own cascading cloud. Okay, so your role becomes the motivator, the cheerleader, the emotional support. So yep, cue the emotional labor. Okay, but hey, it's now period 9, okay? So good stars in our chart we use for ourselves, or we use for other people, right? So here's what we do with the goat in your day pillar. Number 1, build joyful relationships. Don't waste another year nursing old grudges. Resolve them or move on. Okay, with so much residue from 2025, it's not about patching things up with everyone, but letting go of the emotional debts. Forgiveness isn't reconciliation, it's self-liberation. Okay, and number 2, reinvest in your relationship with yourself. This includes boundaries. With the sun in your day pillar, the impulse to give can be quite endless, yeah? So protect your energy wisely. Finally, goat in the hour pillar. Now, that means you were born between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Okay, so let's start with the investments. When the goat combines with the horse, it's called the sun and moon combination. Okay, it has a fun name. Okay, so the sun brings foresight, the moon brings strategy and insights. Together, what happens is they sharpen your entrepreneurial flair, your ability to spot future trends and plan big moves. So in 2026, very likely your investment acumen is more alert and more potent. Okay, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned investor, well, since this is happening, now is the time to level up through training, through mentorship, even through market immersion, for example. So now, but let's not get too cocky, okay? Just because these stars are there doesn't mean that you get to go all in unprepared, because sky emptiness is still watching, and this star loves exaggeration. So it hypes the upside and there's a tendency to ignore the risk, okay? And yes, golden carriage brings opportunities, but you need to separate the real gold from the glittery distractions. So the strategy is simple: plan properly. Okay, vet every move, and this is where most people trip. Execute with discipline. Okay, now let's talk children. 2026, great year to build stronger bonds with the climbing saddle here. Your kids might be hungry for new experiences, so create those experiences with them. Okay, now if you've enjoyed this sharing, here are the other ways that we can work together. First, okay, there's always the my parts readings. Okay, scan the QR code or to head to my landing page. Heads up, I'm a one-woman show. I don't outsource my readings, so yes, my schedule does fill up. A month-long wait is totally normal. I wish I could clone myself, but we're not there yet. Okay, next, the 八字 blueprint. This is my self-paced course. It's a self-paced online course, video course, designed to turn beginners into confident consultants. And finally, if you're thinking that, hey, maybe I want a feng shui audit, okay, that's available too, okay, but typically not in January or February when I honor my 八字 clients, okay? Right, so let's talk buddies, okay? First up, your Grand Duke combination, right? Your Grand Duke is here, okay? The horse. Horse is in for actually quite a challenging Grand Duke year, so if you've got the goat in your chart, go and offer your support, help them out, grow together. In Cantonese, we call this 邀请财财玩, got money earned together, okay? Next, the rabbit. After a few meh years, 2026 is finally their time to shine. They literally the Choi San Ye, God of Fortune, definitely worth collaborating with. And then there is the pig. Money stars here as well, okay? So you've got friends, basically throughout all this, you have got friends stacked with opportunity this year. Tap into this network, okay? And so that's a wrap for the GOAT in 2026. If this has helped you, smash that subscribe and like button, okay? And if you know someone who needs this, well, pass it along, okay? So with that, 恭喜發財. May 2026 bring you partnerships that uplift, opportunities that excite, and carriages full of gold. Until next time, you have a great day ahead.